Hey everybody, it's Spoonie. I just hit a new milestone for my Xbox 700,000 gamer score. And this time I actually managed to get it right on a nice round number, so I'm pretty jazzed about that. Anyways, let me show you the gamer card. Okay, so if you watched my last video, hitting 650, you'll know that Don't Knock Twice was kind of my 650th. That's where I hit the 650. I actually did get an extra achievement through Battlefield, which put me at 650 80, which was kind of annoying. So I'm jazzed to get this number again. So going up, we've got Bullet Beat. I just did the title update for that. Every time they update Cytolon games, they add 1,000, so easy points. I think I played this as part of some True Achievements Medal Quest, where you had to earn achievements in some action arcade game or something. Another Eidolon Game Pass game. This was really terrible. Mushroom Saver. I think this is by Flying Island, and they're affiliated with Eidolon. Underpants Slam. I bought it back on 360 Arcade, and I finally got around to finishing it. Death Park is kind of a walking simulator where you're going through a theme park and a clown chases you. For what it is, it's okay. They definitely improved on it with the sequel. Evil Inside, a walking simulator. It's worth like $1 or $2. I don't think there's any way to lose the game. You're basically just walking forward for most of the game. The Ascent is something I'd played earlier, but they had some unobtainable achievements, or there were some glitches or something, so I stopped playing any further because I didn't want to get to a point where I'd have to restart the game. And I believe there's a Game Pass quest, so I loaded it up, and I think I got a couple achievements, but haven't gone back to finishing it. Whispering Willows is like a 2D. I don't even know what to say. It was part of the sort of horror sale that they had a while back. Inner Worlds Last Wind Monk was a Games with Gold. That's a free-to-play mobile game. Played that off Game Pass. Not as good as the other, the original Life is Strange and the Before the Storm. Shiro is a Cytolon game that, as of yet, they haven't done any title updates to add more achievements to it. This one is actually a pretty decent Metroidvania type game. It's not like outstanding by any means, but for a little indie title, like I enjoyed. It was actually pretty challenging at points compared to the normal level of Eidolon games, and I think it'll take you an hour or two because you have to finish the game to get all the achievements. Okay, so Unicorn Princess and My Little Riding Championship are basically the same game. It's an asset flip. This came out first, and this you actually have to like kind of sort of train your horse slightly. This is set on the exact same map with all the hidden trophies in the exact same locations. Only that there's more of a storyline where you're trying to, I don't even remember the storyline. There's an easy completion. The only way to complete it is to have a retail copy of the game and play offline because there's a patch that made the last achievement unobtainable. Suicide of Rachel Foster is another kind of walking simulator. It was all right. It's not worth a second playthrough. It's not on the level of Edith Finch. Stacking and Costume Quest are two I went back to because they made the DLC free. So went back, finished those off and get the completion. Again, I think that was True Achievements Quest, True Achievements, free-to-play game I just wanted to try. Game Pass game, I did not like this game. I thought it was going to be like Zelda, and I think it's more like Dark Souls or something. I didn't care for it. Cytolon update, Deadly Premonition. Now, this is actually an interesting game because if I go into the details for it, you can see I started it in April of 2010, so April 25th, 2010. And then my next achievement is May 30th, 2022. So more than 12 years later to finish this game. Okay, then we got Gaijin Charenji #1, Kiss or Kill. This is apparently some old aborted Dreamcast game that the guy's son decided to finish off and distribute. It's a really cool game. I don't know if this is just a one-off, but I definitely would like to see more because it was pretty surreal. Death Park 2, as mentioned, the first game was okay. Death Park 2 is a lot better. Antarctica 88 by the same people. I think they're trying to go for like a John Carpenter's The Thing vibe with this. I actually think Death Park 2 is better. I think they came out with Death Park, then they did Antarctica, and then they did Death Park 2, because I feel like each game is better than the one from before it. Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered. I love the series, trying to get completions on all the games. Playing through this game, I definitely started to feel fatigue. I don't know if I'm going to play through any more remasters of these games. If I got the original 1000 on the Xbox version, like the 360, that'll be good enough. Pedestrian was a Game Pass game, played it a little bit, and I just wasn't that interested. Not even enough for the completion. Lego games I love. Will always try to get as many as I can, try to get all the DLC, get the full completion. Testament of Sherlock Holmes. I was at a pawn shop and managed to see this. I love the Sherlock Holmes games, and so I dusted off the 360 and played through this. It was pretty fun. Injustice 2, I think I started it up for a Game Pass quest, but then actually ended up deciding to go back and finishing more of the game. I own the Ultimate or Legendary or whatever edition, so I got all the DLC and stuff. It's just, I think I need to get the online achievements, and then that one with, is it Catwoman, where you need to get that random ability. Kentucky Route Zero TV, Game Pass. Used a guide to get through it. It's because I really didn't like the game, the storyline or whatever. I just skipped most of the dialogue. Minecraft for Android. I don't think I actually played any of this. I think I've got it installed on my phone and I accidentally clicked on it. I really would only go back to it to get achievements because it plays like crap on mobile. Dr. Autonomous. This is actually kind of a funky little indeed Metroidvania type game, published by Cytolon. So, it's basically achievement giveaway, but the game's actually pretty cool. I hope they update this so I can go and play through more of the game. The only reason I don't do that now is in the fear that they update the game and the achievements don't retroactively unlock, and then I'm going to have to play through the game multiple times. Fast and the Furious Crossroads. Now, this is a game I bought because they announced that they were delisting it, and so I figure it's better to get, buy a copy because I generally don't like discs anymore, and I've actually got an Xbox Series S, so there is no disc drive. I got pretty much all the storyline achievements except for one or two. It wasn't worth it for me to try to grind those out. And the online achievements, which make up like almost 50% of the achievements, they all require 9 people to start. And I think one of the thing is one of the achievements is you have to win like 100 matches. So that means like if everybody's doing it, you have to play like 900 matches, and it sounds like a nightmare. As I understand, even when this game was out, it had a pretty dead online, so boosting it is pretty much the only way you're going to get through the completion. Tales of Vesperia is a game I bought digital copy of on sale quite a while ago. Finally decided to play around with it a little bit. It's cool, but it is kind of more time consuming. It's been a while since I've played kind of like a JRPG like this, so I'm going to have to set aside time to play. It's not something I can just do casually. Gem Smashers was $1. It's fun for what it is. This was a Games with Gold that I decided to start playing, and it's actually pretty fun. I just don't know that I can dedicate the time to it that it really needs. This was, again, I got at a dollar store, or not dollar store, at a pawn shop. Easy completion. You just need a second controller for some of the achievements. This is something I actually play on my phone through the Game Pass, the cloud gaming or whatever they call it. Just something to do kind of when I'm bored because you don't really need a lot of response doesn't matter with this game. Heavy Fire Red Shadow. I've also got the 360 Heavy Fire game. I started this just up for a True Achievements Bean Dive event. I will go back and finish it at some point. Recore was really fun game. The only achievements I didn't bother getting are for time trials, and I hate grinding out that kind of crap, so I didn't bother. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, I've been playing this a lot on Game Pass, or not recently, but back in the day. I think I launched this up just for a quest. This was just for a quest. I played off my phone. This is some weird thing that appeared on the Game Pass system. It's GPS MDS, so a Game Pass metadata server test app base. I don't know what it's for. If you go on there, it's you can buy some. I don't remember. Brainstorm Tower Bombard. This was a cool game published by Cytolon. As I understand it, it is Nintendo Switch shovelware, but you know it's good for achievements. Legends of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole. It's based off an animated kids movie directed by Zack Snyder. The game is actually pretty cool. It's like aerial combat type thing. Um, it's dated, but the gameplay is pretty fun. You know, if you're listening to this and you're curious, I do recommend it. Ballatron is basically Eidolon free achievements. Like I don't think there's any real challenge to this game. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe is something I started and I was tired while playing it, and I missed some of the responses and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to go back and play it when I'm a little more alert, so I can get through more of the storyline and get some of those achievements. Fighting Vipers, I got just for achievements. It was like $1 or $2, and it's really easy. You just basically win a couple matches and then destroy some people's armors. This is something I played a while back, but the last two achievements were glitched, and they finally fixed it with one of the patches, so I went back and dusted that off. My friend Peppa Pig, Game Pass, because that's the only way I'd touch this. I played it legit without a guide, and it took me like, I think, 2 hours. With the guide, I think it's like 20 minutes or something. Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc Anniversary Edition. I had played the whatever that AI game was that did by Spike Chunsoft, the visual novel, and I'd heard about this franchise for a while, so I tried to get into it. It's more involved than I was willing to dedicate at the time, so I did kind of put it on pause, but I really should get back to it while it's still on Game Pass. Another Game Pass game, this Paw Patrol the movie is worse than the last Paw Patrol game that I played on Game Pass. I don't know if I'm even gonna bother. I'll finish the storyline, but a lot of the items and stuff are really grindy and annoying. So not gonna finish that. Rec Room is something I try to chip away at every so often. I really want to get those last two achievements. The first 700 points are like you can get within an hour, but then the next 300 are for getting to like player level 30 and then level 50. And those require quite a bit. I've heard if you play for like an hour or two a day for every day for a while, you can unlock it pretty quickly, but it's not really that fun. You mostly hear kids screaming about furries and stuff. Lego Jurassic World. Okay, this is something I will say with Hell Let Loose. Hell Let Loose was an awesome game, free to play weekend. I thought the servers would be dead on something like this, but there's cross-play, so it's pretty active, which was I was pleased about. If I had the money, I might actually would have picked this up on sale. Um, but it was around this time. that I realized that I was getting close to the 700K. And so that's when I started to kind of be a little more careful about what I was playing. I have played Lego Jurassic, the Xbox One version. So this is kind of double dipping. But I decided to like hold off on that because I was being careful about my path to 700. So you can see I did Comic Zone. I got 110 out of that. This was a Games with Gold, so I did the full thing because it's quick and easy. The Council Episode 1. This is actually the full game. I don't know why they call the game after the first episode, but I think I did the first 2 chapters, so I'll finish off the last 3 now that I hit 700. Fall Guys is actually a fun game. I don't know how much I'm going to play beyond getting a couple more achievements. I really don't want to grind out winning the races. Capcom Arcade Second Stadium. I really didn't do much with the first game, but this one, it seems like it's going to be a lot easier to get the full 1,000 without having to spend any money. So that's always a plus. Calico is a Games with Gold game. It sucks. It has nothing to do with all the chubby girl imagery and stuff like that. It's just not a good game. It's ostensibly about running a cat cafe, but you're mostly just clearing paths to get to different parts of the city. Cytolon. This one is Game Pass. Duke Nukem 3D 20th anniversary. I actually played through. I know you can cheat code your way through the game pretty damn quick. I did use a cheat code to turn on invincibility because I've played through this game so many times on PC and on Xbox 360 that I didn't want to just cheat my way to the 1,000, but I did kind of want to at least play through the game again quickly. So I put on invincibility and all the, and honestly, no clipping for most of it, so I didn't have to bother with key cards. Just Cause 4 was a Game Pass quest. I'd earned these 55 points quite a while back. Microsoft Solitaire Collection, free-to-play game. Got the full 1,000, original 1,000, and I'm close to getting these. I just, again, I'm holding off because I wanted to hit the 700,000 mark. Now that I've done that, I'll go finish this game. Maybe same with Multiverses. The only thing I'm worried about with this one is the fact that there is an achievement for playing 500 matches with the party, which is basically you and one other person. It doesn't have to be the same person, it's collective. The problem with that is I don't think the game is all that fun, and I don't really have friends, so I would have to find a group to boost this with. Again, just trying to get the numbers to a more rounded point. This is something that I launch every so often just for the daily Game Pass points. It's leaving as the time of this video in like 2 weeks, leaving Game Pass, and I like the game, but not enough to buy it, so I really should try to finish this off. That's just Battlefield, one of my most played games. And the game, which I hit 700,000, is Alfonso's Arctic Adventure. And I'm going to be honest, there really is one reason why I did that. So yeah, I just wanted to show love. I thought it was cool that there's a company with sort of the same name that my gamer tag is. So yeah, that was my 700,000 tour. Hope it was okay. Sorry these things are so damn long. If you made it this far, I don't know, comment potato. So anyways, thanks a lot. Bye.